Welcome to the Dual Phase Talk series. Today, we require to talk regarding Wi-Fi 7, specifically a secret weapon hiding inside it that's designed to turn our crowded, gradual wireless world into a super swift, wide accessible highway. It's called MRU, and believe me, it's an entire game changer for in what specific thing manner we obtain online. But first, allow us begin with a problem that I understand you felt. You're out in airport, maybe a concert, or even merely a occupied coffee shop, and your Wi-Fi merely dies, right? For what specific thing reason does that super swift connection you possess at home suddenly perceive like it's crawling through molasses? Well, the easiest way to picture it is precisely like this. It's a traffic jam, but it's happening in the air. You've got way too numerous devices each trying to utilize the identical invisible road at the exact identical time, and it merely causes this massive digital gridlock. But thankfully, engineers possess been on this problem for a while currently. The first full breakthrough truly came with Wi-Fi 6. It brought along a super clever technology that was basically like a massive highway expansion project for our data. Currently, that technology has a bit of a mouthful of a name, OFDM. But what specific thing it does is in fact pretty straightforward to grasp. It takes one full wide wireless channel and merely slices it up into a bunch of smaller subchannels. This lets a single router talk to lots of devices each at once, instead of making them each obtain in a single file line and wait their turn. So, going back to our traffic analogy, OFDMA was like taking a silent single-lane country road and turning it into a modern multi-lane superhighway. Additional cars, or in our case, data packets, is able to travel at the identical time, and each one gets its own lane. It was an enormous improvement for certain, but it wasn't ideal. And that is in what specific location Wi-Fi 7 comes in. Observe, it doesn't merely add additional lanes. It adds intelligence. It adds flexibility. It in fact creates these smart, personalized express lanes merely for your data by using the obtainable roadway full additional efficiently. And he does each this with a feature called MRU. What specific stands for multiple resource unit. This is the secret weapon we're talking regarding. Instead of merely giving your phone or laptop one minimal slice of the channel, MRU lets the network assign multiple slices or resource units to you, giving your data a full, bigger, faster pipe to travel through. Okay, so this slide right in this location, this is the absolute key to understanding the difference. With Wi-Fi 6 and OFDMA, each device gets one single dedicated lane. That's it. But with Wi-Fi 7's MRE, a single device is able to obtain multiple lanes and obtain this. They don't even possess to be next to each other. We've basically gone from a rigid one car per lane system to a flexible, custom-built express path for whichever device that needs additional speed. So in what specific thing manner does it handle those inevitable hiccups, like interference? While this is in what specific location it gets truly smart. MRU is able to detect interference. You is able to believe of these as potholes or minimal accidents on the data highway. It subsequently instantly punctures or merely blocks off those bad sections and stitches together each the remaining pristine lanes to send your data through. It's like having a super smart GPS that reroutes you around a traffic jam before you even hit it. So what specific thing does this in fact signify in the real world? Well, according to Cisco's data, with the previous rigid-way Wi-Fi 6 assigned lanes, you could conclude up wasting regarding 12% of the obtainable channel. That is like having a full lane of the highway merely sitting vacant during rush hour. It makes none sense. But currently, look at this. With Wi-Fi 7 and the flexible approach of MRU, that waste merely plummets to 2%. We're using almost the full road. This is merely an ideal illustration of in what specific thing manner full additional incredibly efficient the full network becomes. Alright. The concept is impressive. It seems promising, yet does it hold up when tested in challenging conditions? Cisco conducted experiments in a heavily congested scenario to assess how it performs in practical settings. Let's examine the data provided. 55%. Allow that sink in for a second. In a crowded network, Wi-Fi 7, with MRU, cut down the download latency. That's the lag you perceive at what specific thing time you're downloading stuff by up to 55% compared to older systems. That is an entirely massive improvement. Clearly visible in this chart is the stark contrast between the Wi-Fi 7 MRU bar and the others. The rightmost bar, representing MRU, stands significantly lower than its counterparts, far from being competitive. And hey, it's don't merely regarding what specific thing you're receiving. The boost for uplink latency, that's at what specific thing time you're sending data from your device, was almost as enormous with a reduction of up to 48%. And again, this chart merely tells the full story. Whether you're streaming a movie or you're on an essential video contact or trying to win an online game, MRU makes that full experience perceive smoother and way additional reliable by merely demolishing those frustrating delays. So, okay, the data is impressive, none doubt. But what specific thing does this signify for you, for me, for each of us? For what specific thing reason should we care so full regarding a super inferior latency connection? Well, it's truly regarding what specific thing it unlocks for the future. This level of performance finally opens the door for technologies that possess always been held back by network lag. I'm talking regarding truly seamless AR and VR that doesn't create you perceive sick. Cloud gaming that feels like the console is right in that location in the room with you. And finally, getting a solid connection in a packed stadium or an occupied airport. It's also going to be the backbone for the billions of IoT devices that are coming online. In conclusion, this particular statement from the source material effectively encapsulates the core idea. MRU transcends the realm of a mere incremental enhancement. It represents a groundbreaking advancement that completely transforms the way our devices interact, resulting in unparalleled speed, exceptional efficiency, and a substantial boost in dependability.